What's going on, everyone? In this video, I want to show you guys how you guys can make a modest full-time living trading just 2 minutes a day. Now, full disclaimer, not each and every single day you're going to be able to do this. Not each and every single day, trade setups are going to be as clear, as clean. Even today in the futures, especially with the NASDAQ, we were up, we were down, we were trading with inside of a range. It was a little bit tricky to kind of find and pinpoint those exact entries and exits. What we're looking at here is my TOPSTEP kind of dashboard. Now, $252 on the day, a total of 7 trades. It was actually 2 trades where I took 5 micro contracts, kind of scaled in and out. So that kind of added up more trades. And you can see here on the left-hand side, longest trade time was 2 minutes for $250. Now, by no stretch of the means is, $252 life-changing to where you're going to be able to retire. But one thing that I do want to focus on is that if you can do this on a day in and day out basis where you can be consistent and start to build a cushion and a padding for yourself, it's a great supplemental income. It's a great income that you guys can start to transition into to build up even more than that. So maybe potentially you can leave your 9 to 5, potentially you can add another salary if you're going to stay at your 9 to 5, or add a little bit of retirement, a little bit of savings, a little bit of vacation money, a little bit of toy money, whatever it is that you want to kind of, dabble into. Now, again, I'm going to show you here the setups that I did take. What we're looking at here is the NASDAQ NQ chart 5-minute time frame. Now, for most of you guys who have been following me, you guys know that in my room, I'm going to be trading options predominantly right off the bell. That's my bread and butter. I kind of switch over to the future side of things when things either get a little bit slower, or if I make a little bit of money on the option sides, or I lose a little bit of money on the option sides, and I kind of want to give myself a different look and a different feel. Now, with that being said, there was a couple of trades here off the open in the first hour that I'm going to touch on by the end of this video. The trades, however, that I took, I'm going to highlight right now. So that way you guys get a little bit of a better feel for exactly what I was looking for and what I was doing, okay? So I was trading, kind of going over some notes here with one of the traders in Evolution Traders chat room. And, we were kind of looking at the market, kind of chopping around. So what we were waiting for was those 5-minute 20 SMA plays to kind of set up. So we were really looking in this area here, around the 720 area, around the 735 area, Pacific Standard Time. Now, I was in a NVIDIA trade here, so I had a little bit of risk on the table already. Didn't really feel like having too many active trades going at one time. So what I was kind of looking at and analyzing here on the futures, if you kind of see off the bell, we kind of come down, tag, close to this 200 SMA here, kind of put in this opening range low. We put in this opening range high. We kind of bounce here. I seen us pull back yet again, pull below the 200 moving average here. You can see, but we also have no continuation or no follow through. So this low wick here does break the 200 SMA and did break the opening range low. However, this candle did not follow through. So once that happened here, I'm immediately going to start thinking to the long side for a potential scalp. Now, what would get me to want to flip that bias and then go short would be taking out the day's low. Okay, so if we start to take out the day's low and we start to close below this 200-day moving average, which I'm going to get to my second trade in just a minute here, that's when I'm going to consider going short. So as we started to bounce here again, getting rejected here, right at this 50-day moving average, we kind of pull back down. Now it's really at this time when we make no further low, okay, when we make no further low here and we start to bounce and then reclaim this 20-period moving average here, okay, I'm really looking to throw my money into this candle. In this candle here, this trade only lasted about 1.5 minutes, maybe even less than that. I took 5 micro contracts. As soon as we started to move up, I sell one, we move up again, I sell another, I'm very, very quick with, my sell trigger there. I don't really like to hold scalps a long time, and sometimes I miss bigger moves. Sometimes I don't capture all of the handles that I can capture, but that's okay because I use trading futures as just a supplemental income to my options trading. So kind of think about it like this. If you work a normal 9 to 5, use your futures trading as a supplemental income to your current existing income. Okay, so one thing that I do want to kind of show you guys before some of you guys click off of this video, if I pull up this calculator here, and I'm just going to use a very generic and very basic number. Let's say for the average person, again, I know all states are different. I'm currently in California. Maybe our minimum wage is a little bit higher than other people's minimum wage. Okay. But cost of living is also a lot more expensive in California and some of these other states as well. However, if you make an average of $20 an hour times 8 hours a day working full time, that's $160 a day. Now, mind you, we still have to take out deductions, state taxes if you got them, federal taxes, Social Security, insurance, this, that, and the other. I'm not going to count in any of the deductions, but let's just take an average of making someone who's making $20 an hour at around 8 hours a day is about $160. Okay. Now, if we work full time, we're going to be working at least 5 days a week. So we're going to say we're going to make an average of around $800 a week times 4 weeks. We're looking at an average of around $3,200 a month times 12 months. We're looking at an average of around $38,000 a year. Now, in 2 minutes on 2 trades, I was able to make over $200. So in just about 2 minutes time, with the right skill set, with the right kind of capital behind you, with the right mindset and the right education, you can make an average American salary in just under a few minutes. That's the power of trading futures. That's the power of trading these assets. That's the power of understanding and knowing where to kind of put your money, where to kind of put your focus, where to kind of put your resources so you can grow, and you can build a bigger bottom line, and you can build a better future for yourself or your family or whatever, right? And again, now, if you're a doctor and we're talking about $38,000, of course, you're going to make a lot more than that. If you've got a special trade that, requires some type of schooling, of course, you're probably going to make more than $38,000 a year. But what I'm talking about here is just for the average American. The average American, your average salary could be somewhere between $38,000 and $50,000 a year. And that's not wasting, but that's spending a lot of time away from home, away from your family, away from, whatever it is that you truly love to do. And that's, really scraping by a very average to modest kind of yearly income. And let's say, for example, you are working a job where you're making somewhere around $30,000 to $50,000 a year, and you start to learn the skill set of learning how to trade futures or options or whatever the asset class that you want to trade, and you can double this. Let's say you can bring in another $25,000 to $40,000 a year trading. Now your regular 9 to 5 salary is not just close to $38,000 or $40,000. We're looking at $75,000, $85,000 a year. Could be life-changing for a lot of people. So again, just kind of want to throw that out there. The title of this video, yes, 2-minute work day, making a full-time salary on 2 minutes, something like that. It's not something that I'm going to say, can be done every single day in less than 2 minutes or 5 minutes or even an hour. Some days you might lose, some days, you might break even. But what I'm saying is the power and the potential is there. Okay, so the first trade here that we're going to look to take that I took here, and I was kind of talking with some of the guys in Discord, it was 7:35 a.m. This is going to be my reason why candle. Now my entry is going to be at 7:40. Why is my entry going to be at 7:40? Because if the first close here that we're getting back over the 20 SMA is at 7:35, I need this candle to close, and then I need a confirmation candle. So my confirmation candle is going to be at 7:40, and I need it to take out the highs. Now I'm understanding here that I've got a little bit of supply sitting at around 16,020, which is the linear regression channel on the 5-minute time frame. As soon as we start to take this out, I'm immediately just starting to sell on the way up. You can see if I'm getting in here at an average price of around 16,016, and we start to punch above this supply zone, we're up 10 points. Okay, we're up closer to 20 points. We're up closer to 30 points on a single candle move. Now, for me, especially when I'm scalping, I like to start taking profits 10, 15, 20 points higher or candles higher. I like to start scaling out of those positions, holding a little bit of a runner. And if I really see us start to get snagged where we're not having any more follow through, I'll just quickly cut the position. Now, here's a second trade that sets up here at 8:05 Pacific Standard Time. I did not get into this move. This was also another great move. Again, coming from a price of 16,017 all the way up to a price of 16,042. So again, we're talking about almost a 25 to 30 handle move on this 5-minute candle. I did not take part in that. As we started to put in these highs here and we started to decline, I'm looking at this candle close here below the 20 SMA. However, as I was going over the chart this morning with one of the members, we were looking at this low, we were looking at this low, we were looking at this low. We had a little bit of a floor here and we had a little bit of a ceiling here, okay? So what I really wanted to see before I started to take another 20 SMA short play is I didn't want to take this play only to get trapped out. What I wanted to see, and I was willing to put my risk on the table for, was getting us to put in a new low of day below the 200-day moving average and below the previous low wicks. Now you can see here at around 9:20 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we get that first breakthrough, okay? So I'm gonna treat this play the same way as I'm treating a 20 SMA play. I need a break below the 200-day moving average, and then I need to take the next candle if we confirm short. Now you can see here at 9:25, we confirm short. We go from a price of 15,976 all the way down to a price of 15,961. I did not get out on this single candle. We did continue to drop. However, very quickly, we started to push back up. Now this candle here took me back to break even, and in fact, a slightly red on my overall position because I did enter on the breakdown below the 200-day moving average wick. However, I'm looking at the 5 SMA here. As long as we don't start breaking above the 5 SMA and we are continuing to power trend down, immediately once this red bar candle starts to take out my previous entry of the 15,975 area and we start to trickle down, we start to get 10 points, 12 points, I immediately start to scale out of this position. New candle opens up, confirms the low, takes out the current low of day, and I try to get out on this wick here. Now again, this wick happens very, very quickly. You're not going to catch it all the way at the bottom. I just want you guys to kind of keep that in mind. However, if you kind of look at where the chart goes, it does put in a new low, consolidates, and is now starting to pop here again. But if you're just looking to take 10, 15, 20 points and you're looking for those consistent setups, you can make $100. You can make $160, which is your average $20 an hour, wage here in United States. That's $3,000 a month salary, working 20 days out of the month. If we have about 20 to 22 trading days in the month, we're on pace with regular 40-hour work weeks across America. If you guys are interested in learning the complete setup, the complete strategy, the right mindset, make sure you guys get with me. Go to evolutiontraders.com. You guys can join the Discord, the chat. We can get together, do some one-on-one training. You guys can go through all of the video workshops. You guys can get in there and start trading with other people, start learning from other people. It's good to learn from other people. It's good to see what other people are doing. It's good to kind of compare your thought process with other traders' thought process to see if it aligns, right? Because that's the biggest thing. As a trader sitting there by yourself, trying to pinpoint where these stocks are going, it's kind of good to start bouncing ideas off of each other so you can have other traders either hold you accountable or kind of put your eyes open to potential play setups that you can make some potential money. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Sorry for the lower energy on this video. I've been dealing a little bit of a head cold here for the past couple of days. So not so much energy in the voice as my energy levels are a little bit lower, but I did want to go ahead and make a little bit of a trade recap for you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, I'll see you guys all on the inside of evolutiontraders.com. Those of you guys who wish to come on over and we can all start to recap there.